say that.
That was such a classic start. Wyld like obliterates him.
Yeah.
And then just barely doesn't get the edge guard, and then Chris just grabs him once.
It's also kind of like classic Chris as well, where it's just like, oh lol, you didn't edge guard me, guess you get to die now.
He just stomps you and then reads your tech like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Also, that was almost mad, but Wyld knows how to wall jump. He was trying to be tricky with his recovery there. You kind of have to be, honestly, in this matchup.
I mean, Falcon kind of has to be in most matchups, in my opinion. I mean, like, especially in a game where he has faced like so many characters that have really good gimping tools. You have to be real on point with your up B drifts.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Side B is like honestly kind of overrated. I don't know, maybe you don't agree with that. That's definitely something that like Chalupi has brainwashed me to believe.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's overrated. I mean, it's fine though. I can see where you're coming from.
Like it's like generally pretty punishable by like most of the good characters.
Yeah. I think if you only side B, you're awful at recovering, but
yeah.
I think it's solid for mixing up and stuff.
That's definitely fair.
Oh. He turned around. Ooh. He reacted to that, but he didn't space his nair well enough. That was a really hard nair to space, to be fair. It feels like Wyld isn't playing this wrong. It feels like he's doing everything right, but then Chris is just like reading his movement really well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's keeping Chris in this game so well.
In general, I feel like when Chris is playing well, he's able to get his reads, and if he can't get his reads, that's when he crumbles. And he's obviously getting his reads.
Yeah.
Like especially like the stop conversions that he was getting earlier.
Oh yeah.
Like with the exception of that one like whiffed grab that he had, I think he's generally been like doing a pretty good job of reading Wyld's text.
Yeah. Wyld has a history of his biggest weak point is just his defensive game in general too. So Chris really thrives off of that.
Nice. One thing I'm also kind of gonna. I don't know if looking for is the right word, but like I'm kind of looking forward to see is I know that Chris mentioned at one point that he's going to try to implement more foot stooling into his game. So we'll see if maybe he'll be doing some loop stomps here.
Maybe he will. I feel like there's a lot of things that Chris wants to do but doesn't do though, you know?
Yeah, no,
I think that's most players though.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Just barely didn't space that right.
Too easy.
Well, good stuff to Wyld still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... It started that way because Chris is getting so much off of movement reads, but Wyld didn't let him have it.
That was a very ballsy side B.
Yeah, good reaction by Wyld too. Ooh.
And he's 0 for 2 on side Bs so far.
This has been such a weird stock. Oh, I don't know if he... Okay, that worked out anyway. I felt like he could have converted a knee earlier, but maybe I'm wrong. It seemed tight.
Ah,
the single hit nairs. Oh, wow.
Good nair.
think even if Chris had teched, Wyld probably would have been ready to...
Yeah. And also, I'm not even sure if, like, given where he was narrowing, if, like, he would have made it. Would he made it back to stage? I'm not, because I'm, like, kind of unsure, and, like, my gut says that he wouldn't have.
You mean Chris with his
Yeah,
up B?
Chris, yeah.
He could have made it back. It's just, I think...
it still probably would have been another free, like, grab ledge nair
yeah.
for Wyld.
Yeah. Probably Bear, because I think he could make it on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Chris didn't quite get the tech roll there. Oh. Not quite, though. Wyld's ready to meteor cancel.
So that's actually a pretty good job of what I thought he was going to be a missed punish on the side B there, until he ended up just mis-executing. But he cleaned it up, so.
I feel like,
Oh, damn.
I feel like Wyld's doing a lot better about not being predictable in defensive scenarios right now. Because Chris is having a harder time, like, reading tech rolls and stuff, and spot dodges too. I'd be right out of it. I think Chris definitely wanted to platform tech chase there.
That was a good DI. Wyld on that nair.
Yeah. I feel like Chris could theoretically convert on a lot of these hits.
Oh no.
Too easy.
Moving shine spike, please.
That was really good DI by Wyld though, because normally when you are like, oh no, I'm gonna get kneed, then you DI up, but Wyld knows I'm just gonna DI down because I'm dead no matter what. But if he whiffs the knee and gets weak knee, then I live.
Yeah.
Because if he DI'd for strong knee and would have died anyway, then he wasn't really covering himself for a flub. You can't just assume that your opponent's perfect. So it was good. He tried to do a really late bear into knee, probably.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going for as well.
Both of these guys are so ready to meteor cancel.
Yeah, no, I was like, damn, that, like, I don't think it was probably, like, the exact frame he came out of it, but, like, it was pretty damn close.
Yeah. It looks to me like he's been really trying to bait things these past 30 seconds or so. Oh, he just didn't double jump. Because I think he feels like he can't get a read on the movement as hard right now. So he was trying to bait things, but Wyld wasn't really biting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Wyld did like a pretty good job of weaving around those snares that he was throwing out to try to like catch his spins.
Yeah. So, okay. Strong stock by Wyld.
Yeah.
I think Chris has been trying, like, he's been trying a lot of different things, and they just haven't been working out. He's just trying to throw out a lot of, all the tricks in his bag. And it's not like they're not working, but it's like Wyld is reactively, he like knows what mode Chris is in at all times, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like, he's like doing like a pretty good job of like playing around like the patterns that like Chris is transitioning to, because like he has a decent knowledge of what he's trying to do in a lot of situations. I wouldn't be surprised if like the fact that like these two team as well probably helps him to like have that type of knowledge about Chris's game plan as well.
Yeah, yeah. They have a lot of natural synergy just because of that. Alright, good stuff to Wyld.
Yeah.
This is a strong set. Anyway.